Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's YunKs. Today, I'll be showing you guys Parthian Shot. This is a pulse rifle that you can purchase from the Vanguard Quartermaster in the tower. This will cost you 150 legendary marks, and you do have to be at least rank 3 in the Vanguard in order to purchase this weapon. Anyway, I do have the vendor version of it, so let's quickly go over the perks on this thing. So for the sights, I run OEG. We have Rodeo, reduces the severity of this weapon's recoil. Life support, kills with this weapon while critically wounded have a chance to start regenerating health. Perfect balance, extremely low recoil. Rifle barrel, increase range, slow reload. And head seeker, body shots with this weapon increase precision damage for a short time. Okay, so not bad perks on this pulse. Now before we get into it, I do want to mention this is a very low rate of fire, high impact pulse, very similar to spare change .25. Anyway, let's take a look at the aesthetics. Alright, let's just get right into the gameplay. So, Parthian Shot versus the Ultra Knife for the DPS test. It took me 47 shots to put him down, having to reload once, that reload clocking in a little over 2 seconds long, each headshot dealing 690 damage, and there are 3 shots in each burst, so each burst in total dealing 2070 damage, and it took me 11.2 seconds to kill him. Alright, we're moving right along into PvP, and Parthian Shot will deal 34 damage to the head, and 23 damage to the body, but of course this does depend on what range you're at. If you're too far away, you will not get these numbers, but I didn't have too much of a problem with damage drop off on this thing. It can hit pretty hard at further distances as long as you're not trying to snipe people across the map, of course. Anyway, like I mentioned earlier against the Ultra Knight, there are 3 shots in each burst with this pulse, so a full burst to the enemy's head will deal 102 damage, and a full burst to the enemy's body will deal 69 damage, so it'll take 2 full bursts to put somebody down if all your shots are headshots, or it'll take 3 full bursts to put somebody down if all your shots are body shots. It could also take 1 burst to the head, 1 burst, and 2 bullets to the body in order to kill your enemy. What is the time to kill with Parthian Shot? Well, let's say it takes 2 full bursts to kill your enemy. It'll take 0.766 seconds. Very fast for a primary, but for me, this didn't happen all that often. I found it quite difficult to pull off because you do have to land every single bullet to the enemy's head, and this thing does tend to bounce up and to the left while you're shooting it. Even with perfect balance and rodeo, it still has a nice kick to it, so you just really have to learn how to control that recoil, and if you can master it and really place your shots correctly, then I think Parthian Shot may have some potential. Now let's say it takes 3 bursts to kill your enemy. You didn't get the kill with the 2 bursts, so now you have to shoot an extra burst. What is the time to kill now? Well, it'll be 1.3 seconds, so the time to kill did dramatically increase and went from 0.766 with 2 bursts to 1.3 with 3 bursts. So that right there alone definitely tells you how important it is to get your headshots. Anyway guys, go ahead, leave in the comments, do you have a Parthian Shot, and if you do, what do you think of it? Overall, I did have fun with this pulse rifle, but I did find it to be quite challenging. If you can't get the 2 burst headshot kill, at that point this weapon does become very sluggish, and you will notice that the slow rate of fire on this thing is pretty damn painful. Now, 2 more things before I go. Head Seeker, is it that effective? Well, when it does come into play, it'll be dealing 36 damage instead of 34 damage to the enemy's head now. It's not game changing whatsoever. Don't go out of your way in order to get this to work. You're much better off aiming just straight up for the head, but of course, body shots are inevitable. They are going to happen, so you're going to get a little extra damage if you hit a body shot than a headshot shortly after. Not much, but I guess it's better than nothing. Also, you don't want to get caught in a close range situation with this pulse rifle. That's probably pretty obvious due to its slow rate of fire. You just almost want to treat this like a scout rifle. It's definitely better off for medium to longer range encounters. So of course, if you are rocking a Parthian Shot, I would recommend a shotgun sidearm or fusion for your special. Anyway guys, that's pretty much going to be it for today. All in all, I still had a good time with Parthian Shot, although it's definitely not my most preferred archetype for pulse rifles. I did find it pretty challenging, but I do feel like it does have potential in the right hands. And that's gonna wrap this one up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed the video, and go ahead and leave a sub if you haven't already, if you want to see more weapon reviews similar to this one. I'm always covering weapons here in Destiny. Anyway guys, I will see you next time.